welcome to this edition of Jacked Up Monday, September 22nd. We have a special Jacked Up Monday today. We hired a new coach, Jon Reader, and in this episode, we'll do a sit-down interview with him to get to know a little bit about Jon. As for our program, things are going very well. Right now, the preseason is flying by. Guys are doing a great job, and we're excited to get started. We are only going to do a Jacked Up Monday twice a month until the season starts in October, as well as our All Access on Thursday. So you'll only see them coming out twice a month. Please enjoy our video with Jon Reader.
I am from Davison, Michigan. I was three-time state champ in Davison. I had a great growing up. I had the guys like Brett Metcalf, Paul Donahoe, both went on to be NCAA champs in Division I. It just I was fortunate to come from a high school that my coaches were Division I wrestlers too. So we had that attitude of never settle. We were our mantra was never settle, break someone, and that was what I was molded from, and I feel like I was fortunate enough to come through that program. You're talking about my career at Iowa State. I was a three-time NCAA All-American and national champ my senior year. I had a great career at Iowa State. I think that one of the biggest things I take away from Iowa State was I was molded by a lot of different coaches. I came in under Bobby Douglas, one of the greatest coaches in America, and then I got underneath Cael Sanderson. Was a great experience. He's one of the best collegiate wrestlers. He's a legend. And then I went on to be coached by Kevin Jackson, Olympic champ, two-time world champ. So I was underneath guys that were just, they're some of the greatest American wrestlers that the U.S. has ever seen. So I got to be molded and just pick their brains. And I'm the type of guy, I'm a mat rat. I love wrestling. I love to compete. So being around these guys who've seen the top of their, top of the competition, it was great for me. And to be around that, be molded by those guys, I was truly blessed. I mean, winning an NCAA title was by far one of the best experiences I've ever felt. I still, at night, looking back on your career, just thinking about things like this and thinking about how I'm gonna do everything in my power to get these guys to that same feeling. Looking back on it it was surreal. It still is. It's still you think about that environment. Wrestling in front of thousands and thousands of people. That's, for me, that's what I love. That's what I love. I love to compete. I love to win. I hate to lose. It was one of the matches, looking back on it, I don't know why, but I felt so confident in that match that before I went out there, I knew that I was going to do everything in my power to win that match. And it was, it was one of the greatest feelings in the world. And to end my college career on that match was special. As soon as I graduated in 2011, I jumped right on the senior circuit. I had been on the circuit since 2010, and I injured my knee in my junior year, so I didn't compete in the World Team Trials my junior year. My senior year, or that junior year, I made the University World Team. I wrestled in Italy. My senior year, won the NCAAs, and then I jumped right on the circuit. And so right after the NCAAs in March, I wrestled in the World Team Trials and ended up fourth. I was in the finals of the mini tournament with Cael Sanderson. And ended up fourth right out of college, and then ever since then I've been on the circuit. Just got back from Russia 2 days ago or 3 days ago. I feel like I'm still on their time zone. So it's just traveling, competing, and chasing down these world medals. That's been my dream since I was a little kid is being an Olympic champion, being a world champion, and I'm still going to be competing here. And I'm excited to bring that attitude and bring that intensity into this room because I know it's going to rub off on these guys. And I'm not the type of guy who's going to yell at anybody. I'm just going to go in there and train. I'm going to train like I always do, like I've always been trained. And I'm going to rub off on these guys because I know these guys want to win. These guys are so hungry to win. And it was one of the greatest things when I came here to visit, just being around some of these guys. These guys want to win, man. There's going to be some great things happening out of Brookings, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to continue to train on the senior level and bring back world medals and world titles back to Brookings. When I'm not wrestling, I like to be with my family. I like to be with my wife. I got a dog. It's a pit bull. We just rescued her a couple months ago. So, when I'm not, I like to just lay low, hang out with my family, and because when it comes down to it, that's what matters the most is being there for your family. And I got a strong, tight knit family, and being around them, it means the world to me. Get jacked.